Cam Warner's hands.
It's a tight window getting smaller.
Easier throw this time for James Pollard as he reels it in and looks deep. And Sean Mott, somehow Sean Mott always looks open to me.
Well, he is always open.
Tetro gets the disc. Colin Messino has a play on it, but not close enough as Anders Olsen is able to come down. High throw for Cody McGinnis, and Messino with the D, an immediate impact in his first game of the season. Matt Esser looking deep, and Whitmer comes down with it, and the Phoenix knocked their first break, the first break of the game. That's got to be exciting for this Philly team and the Philly crowd.
It was just a matter of energy from his teammates very well.
Topher Davis now on the sideline looking deep and launches one for Ray Tetro. That's going to hang. And Tetro able to put Scott Heyman on his back.
That was clinical box out technique. He saw where the throw was going, saw that he was going to get there a little bit early, and had a chance.
Resets to McGinnis, but too low, and a diving Max Trifolis. We're going to give him the block for that one.
Oh, I think it was a catch block. I think he got that clean.
And Topher Davis stuck back on the sideline, looking deep. Shooting for Cody McGinnis. Austin Lillis in the area, but Cody McGinnis gets the better of him this time.
Boston again working out of a horizontal here that seems a little, not sloppy, but it's difficult to tell where the players are meant to be.
Cole Moore looking deep for Topher Davis, and Topher Davis all alone. That's got to be the easiest goal they've scored all night.
Yeah, both those deep defenders lost track of him, and just as I was saying, it's difficult to tell where the clock starts to become a factor here. We've got about 35 seconds left.
Jordan Ryan putting it deep for Greg Martin. He's going to have to run this one down, and he does. No ankle problems there for Greg, and he didn't have to throw it, and he runs that one down all the way into the end zone.
Well, more of a 3-2-2 now, looking more into a man. Yeah, okay.
Sean Mott just outside the hands of a reaching Boston defender. And Alex Thorne with the blade to James Pollard. He's going to have to make a play, and he does, over Brendan McCann. Oh, what a grab by Greg Martin. Back to James Pollard.
He's doing a good job navigating, Boston adjusting.
A hammer from Dustin Damiano over to Greg Martin. He's in the end zone. What is that, 5 straight goals from Greg Martin? He hurts his ankle, and then he can't be stopped.
Maybe with one of the hundreds of smartphones we have.
Oh, a drop from Ben Sadok. Tough throw, and Matt Esser looking to score early. And he does. Paul Owens reels it in. That was a fast goal.
Yeah, when you get an opportunity to bid for a disc in the reset area like that, you got to take your chance, even though you might be out of position for the next mark.
Brandon Passer shooting deep for Sean Mott. And Sean Mott comes down with it over Alex Donadio. Donadio made up ground, but not enough. Taylor up to McGinnis, who bobbles it but hangs on. And Stewart looking deep. That throw's got a lot of zip on it. Is Tetro going to be able to get there? He does. Leaps into the end zone. Willie Stewart to Ray Tetro. That's got to be about as fast as he can. Now Boston's defense takes over here. Cam Warner, high disc, no problem for him. And a foot block from Jordan Ryan. Gets the disc back for Philadelphia.
Excellent focus there on the mark, reading where the thrower wants to go and getting a limb, any limb, out in the way.
Philadelphia, not the most efficient offense in the league, but one of the highest hold rates. That means that even though the offense sometimes turns it over, as Sean Mott with an incredible skying grab from Greg Martin. He's been open a lot. That time he was covered. He still makes the catch.
Consider a clap catch to be full control of the disc, even though you would never throw the disc like that. That's a strip.
Willie Stewart looking deep now for Topher Davis. Esser in pursuit, but he's not going to catch up. Topher Davis streaking deep. And another goal from Willie Stewart. Scott Heyman running through to nothing. Oh, and Colin Messino runs through underneath. Low throw scooped up by Bryce Dunn. shoots one low, and Colin Messino gets the D, gets the goal. Jake Taylor to Anders Olsen.
Jake has always liked his blades.
And Stewart over, too short, but it gets knocked into the air and caught by McGinnis. And second time's the charm as Ben Sadok, he's fired up after that goal to Anders Olsen.
You saw that turnover from earlier as the receiver was just sort of leading up the field, Whitmer, as he went. This is good pressure from Philadelphia overall. They're chasing hard on these unders, and they're ready to put pressure to the handlers early.
Eugene LaRue on the sideline goes deep. For Gus Halflin, he's got a lot of room. And James Pollard comes in underneath. As Cam Warner trips Jordan Ryan, able to get the easy reset. And now he throws a blade, and Greg Martin, looks like Brandon Pastor pulled up so that Greg could continue his scoring pool party parade. And it seems like Boston, every time that they're struggling offensively, once they get that one upline cut going, their offense able to move this. Tetro shoots deep for Topher Davis. Campanella dives. Not enough, and Topher Davis with another score, this time from Ray.
Boston sagging from the handlers here against Philadelphia's horizontal stack.
Philadelphia shooting deep. Greg Martin has to turn on the Jets. Oh! What an incredible layout grab from Greg Martin. Alex Thorne to Greg. That was one of the hard ones.
Yeah, I thought that one was too far when he let it go. I was like, if anybody's going to catch it, it's going to be Greg. And he's coming up looking a little...
Cole Moore, big throw. Able to be reeled in by Cam Warner.
Good quick movement here from Boston once they got the first pass.
Looking deep to Cam Warner. It's going to hang for him, and he runs it down, and Boston gets a much-needed break here.
Tip disc can make the difference in the whole game. This is the one that Boston needs to score. That was a gift from Philadelphia.
Kervik up the line to Cole Moore. He's shooting for the end zone, and it's able to squeeze in between Greg Martin and Matt Hanna, and that is a huge break for Boston. Long reset. That's how you throw a reset to Jordan Ryan. But Ryan, I don't know if he didn't see Brendan McCann or if Brendan McCann just beat Alex Thorne to the spot, but Boston takes over again with a chance to tie it here in the fourth.
Yeah, I'd love to see how he made the play there on defense, and here we get the shot.
Eugene LaRue going deep again. Two Boston players in the end zone, and Dustin Damiano with the D.
Both these teams are right at the edge of throwing a terrible turnover at every moment right now.
Brandon Pastor up the field to Bryce Dunn, looking deep for James Pollard, and James Pollard tears it away from Gus Halflin.
Excellent job with his wingspan there to get his arm into where the disc was.
Thorne, Scuba, Pollard, goal, and Philadelphia, after a long point with a lot of turnovers, gets the goal in the end.
Yeah, they fought their way through that. When you have a turnover from Mott to Thorne, that's the sort of thing that we're talking about earlier. Philadelphia could just run somebody the other direction at about the 50-yard line and throw to them there.
That's true. They also have that one guy. It looks to be James Pollard. He's way back there. And Sean Mott grabs it from Jordan Ryan. Takes another pass. He doesn't need to. Pollard to Pastor to Hanna. They didn't need any of those. I don't know if it'll count, but Philadelphia wins the game. 23-22. Huge home victory as these teams trade 1-point finishes home and home.